the show on the road here. Thanks everyone for joining us for another storage meetup. We do this every Friday. Gang's all here. We got some extra faces I'm seeing, so I love seeing new faces. It grows every week. It's an awesome thing to see. So appreciate you guys taking the time. If you can turn your cameras on, it's always nice to see everyone's faces. We'll do this for an hour. I'll keep track of the time because I do like to be mindful of everyone's time on Friday because we're all busy, but we're all taking the time out of our day to join on here. So I'll keep track of the time for an hour. Generally at the top of the meetups, I like to do these show and tells. We get vendors, services coming on to be able to showcase what's going on in the storage world. Today we got one that's about a conference coming up. So I'm going to hand it over to Tron here, man. Let me spotlight you. And you can take it away for 10 minutes here.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
Go, man.
Hey, everybody. It's great to be with you. This is a great meetup, and I wish I could join you more often, but every once in a while I get some time freed up and I get to jump in here. And this is a great group. And Jim, thanks so much for putting this together and keeping it going. I always learn a lot when I'm on the call, and it's great to hear the exchange. Actually, it reminds me a lot of what I came to talk to you about is the Self Storage Hawaii Unconference, right? In a lot of ways, what we do is just like what you're doing on the meetup, only we're doing it for 3 or 4 days straight in Hawaii at a gorgeous place. So behind me here is where we're going to be June 15th to 19th at the Outrigger on Anapali Beach in the west side of Maui. And it's a beautiful spot. There's all sorts of travel experts who say this is the nicest beach in the world. And it's pretty amazing what we do. So people usually start coming in on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and spend a little time to get their feet on the ground and catch that aloha spirit. Because a lot of people come from the mainland, and we're kind of wound up on the mainland. It takes us a day or two to kind of settle down and get the aloha feeling and enjoy the place. And then Tuesday evening, we have a reception out on the beach to watch the sunset and get familiar with everybody. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we do sessions in the morning. And we have some wonderful presenters who don't really pitch and don't really run the typical trade show presentation. It's more like learning seminars and discussion sessions, and it's really awesome. We start with a group breakfast together, and that feels a lot like this. Everyone just kind of sharing ideas and talking about stuff. Then we do our sessions, and then about noon, 12:30 or so, we're done. Then people go out and enjoy the island or hang out with their family, because a lot of people bring their family along. Or some of our sponsors will go ahead and set up some excursions, like golf is always a popular outing. So many great things to do. And this year, we've got some fantastic people helping us with the presentations. So Armand Agajanians from Store Here Self Storage, who is a wonderful analyst and student of the storage game, and he's going to share with us his insights in due diligence in particular. Because, there was a time, some of you remember, when there was a time you could go by a facility, and if it was a little rough and your math was a little off, you're like, yeah, all right, no worries. That's been a minute. So he's going to work with us on his due diligence system that'll be really valuable for everybody to study. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've known Armand a long time. He's a great student of this game. And then Lauren Breichel is going to be there. And what Lauren does is she's a capital raise consultant. And she is fantastic at helping people create capital raising systems and really understanding what works best for their operation and how to put it all together. She's been with us a time or two before, and I wanted to have her back just because the game keeps changing with capital raise too, and she's brilliant at it. It's going to be really interesting. Teresa Gallus from Storage Building Company is going to be there. And some of you may remember Teresa when she ran SBOA or when she created List Self Storage. Then she worked for Janus for a long time. I mean, she's also a brilliant marketer and has seen lots of different parts of our business. And she's going to talk in particular about how you market new properties or newly opened properties or newly acquired properties, so you don't have a wait time between when the doors open and when you're starting to get people coming in. Right? There was also a time when you didn't start your marketing until 2 weeks before you opened, right? You were like, all right, that works. Yeah, that was a long time ago too.
Many still do. Come on.
Yeah, some people do. Hey, and they get away with it sometimes. Well, sometimes. And then Fernando Angelucci is going to be with us, and he's got some great stories to tell because he started really from scratch, and scratch is a great way to say it, and built up a great company and a big portfolio and liquidated parts of it and is growing another portfolio. And really the thing he does so well is how he puts deals together with people, how he really understands the buyer's situation and especially the seller's situation on what's going to work and how you can put together some things that are maybe creative or other bidders don't really understand. It's going to be really interesting to hear how he's put together some of these deals, doing some very interesting negotiations. John Bilton's going to be there from Janus, and I always love having John on any program, any place, because he's been working in this industry for a very long time, from both as a software salesperson, working since probably 2001, 2002, and now working with Janus. And what Janus has learned with all the buildings they build and the access systems they put together is just really incredible knowledge. And he'll share a lot of that with you. And he is a wonderful open guy who can help you. And then this year, I'm also going to do a session. I'm going to talk about what sales looks like these days, because, how we sell and how we approach selling and how we structure selling is really changing with the way the competitive environment is changing, with the way AI changes everything. And I've learned a lot of interesting stuff in the last 25 years and probably more in the last 5 or 6 than in the previous. So it'll be interesting. Anyway.
Say you're hosting, you better talk. If you're hosting it, you better have a session.
Well, right. Usually I defer to everybody else because there's so many interesting people in the industry I want to listen to. So
all right, we got a couple more minutes. So what else you got?
Yeah. So if you'd like to come join us, I'll put my email in the chat. Email me. I'll send you a special coupon that'll save you $200 off of registration just because you're a part of this awesome group. And I know you'd love it there because really what you guys do here with Jim is what we'll be doing there, is just sharing, talking openly and honestly about all kinds of things, but only for half a day. Rest of the day, Hawaii is yours. So thanks for having me, Jim.
No, of course. That's great. How long have you been doing it?
First one we did in 2009. And that was pretty amazing because the world was falling apart. And I thought the best thing we can do is to get a bunch of smart people together, hide in Hawaii for a week and figure it out. And came up with a lot of interesting things. And I don't know, this is maybe the 8th one we've done, maybe something like that.
Is it? Oh, that's great. So yeah. Put all the information in chat. Get your website on there. And give us the dates, and make sure you put the dates in there as well.
Yeah, it's June 15th, 19th. I'll put that in the chat too.
Perfect.
Much appreciated, Jim.
One of these days I'll make it. Give me an excuse to get to Hawaii.
You will.
Haven't done that yet.
You'll love it. And some of you I'll see next week. So if you see me next week at ISS, say, yo, Tron, what's up? Be good to see you.
Hugs
Thanks,
incoming,
Jim.
Tron.
Thanks so much, man. It's good to see you. And then as we're getting started, I'm trying to. Who was asking about the W-2s? I'll do the poll real quick before I forget about it.
That was me.
Oh, there you are, David. So here, go ahead and pitch it again while we got more people on here, and then I'll put the poll up as well.
Okay, so I'll give the full breakdown. Basically, I've had the same maintenance guy for over 10 years, and he has been very loyal, and he's finally retiring. So I have an immediate need to fill a maintenance position at a 125,000 square foot Class A facility. Does everyone prefer to go with another W-2 employee, full-timer, or should I pull in a 1099 employee or a vendor? I'm just wondering what everybody's preference is for that.
Polls are coming in. Just curious, I've never done this before, so are you guys able to see the poll too in real time? Cool. I'll have to use this again. I like this feature. Only took me, 73 times of doing these on meetups to figure out another thing in Zoom. So looks like W2 is running away with it. Dun, dun, dun. We'll give it a few more seconds here. Wow, yeah.
I don't know which to vote on now.
I'm
gonna vote 1099 just to throw it off a little.
There you go.
David, I think the IRS requirements, if you have a full-time employee working at your place, I think you're going to be required to do a W-2. The 1099 is more for a part-time contractor type person, and I would bet some operators are on the edge of needing to be a W-2 even on that. So I would look at the IRS requirements before I really made my decision, but I think they're going to make you do a W-2.
I think you're right.
It was, I hear you there. I guess my question was more like, do I hire a single person as a W-2 employee, or do I maybe bring in 1099? I meant like a vendor, almost like a commercial cleaning company to come in maybe 3 days a week. And because instead of having somebody there full time, maybe I bring in a commercial cleaning company. They come in with a couple of staff, maybe 3 days a week to go through the whole facility, something like that.
Okay. Does that make it crystal clear or muddy the waters for you?
Yeah, David, I think what you'd have to do with your 1099 is you can't give them clear instructions and you can't manage your time. You just have to tell them you're going to keep the place clean and I'll pay you X dollars a month to keep the place clean. And when you do it and how you do it's up to you. Then you can probably get away with the 1099. But if you're telling them when to be there and what to do, and clean up unit 47, it needs to be ready by 10 o'clock tomorrow. Now they're probably an employee.
Perfect. Well, that gave me an idea. So as you were doing that, I just created another poll. So humor me if you don't mind, because I haven't never done this before with everyone jumping on. Again, I can look and kind of see a poll here of what you do and what you do in the storage industry, but humor me for 60 seconds. We're gonna do this poll. Help me out with this. I want to get a little flavor of what everyone does here in the storage industry and showing up at the meetup. Plus, it'll help me when I'm doing some future events and some focuses on some different topics. This will help me as well. So I appreciate you taking a moment here.
You just found a new shiny toy.
Some of us need to choose like 3 or 4 of these
Multiple
options, though.
Which one do you lean towards the most? Do it that way. Wow, 2020. Kind of split between managers, vendors, owners. That's what I wanted to see, actually. So thank you. We got a good split that way, and that's perfect. Okay, last 10 seconds. That helps. Cool. Thank you very much. share the results. Okay, here's where we ended up at. 31% owners, investors, 24 managers. I love seeing that. And they're 24% for vendors and operators. No, that's great. That's what I was hoping for. I mean, that's kind of the purpose of this meetup. I want to have perspectives from all over the industry in different roles. So cool. We're doing something right. I appreciate that. Anyway, what's going on for next week? Who's going to ISS? Got some speakers? No
I'll be
speakers?
doing the moderating the WISE panel, the Women in Storage Education next week. I'm super excited about that. I met with them this week to, plan out the questions that we'll be asking and all of that. And I just got to tell you, it is such a joy to they're just so smart and I just can't wait. I just can't wait. It's just going to be a really good group of women answering, and they were so open and so authentic. I just really appreciate that.
I never asked you have to follow up on I forget what show it was because they all blend together after a while. The one that you did with when they were like acting out stuff.
Oh, with
Players.
Stacy and Gary, yes. So we're on the calendar for the Northeast SSA in May for the same thing. It went well enough that another group asked us to come and bring it, so we're excited. And I think I don't want to speak out of turn. Is anybody here from the Tennessee SSA? I've submitted. Y'all can approve that right now, really quick too. If you're on here, feel free.
I want to see a recording so we can play some snippets on here. I want to see what this is all about. Come on.
We have to do a better job. We did put a camera in there, but we had too wide of an area, and so there was never any time when all of us were in the frame at the same time. It came out a little wonky this one, but we'll look at that again when we do it in New England. But it was a lot of fun, you guys. It was, 30 seconds of just sheer silliness, like. I'm going to completely ignore the fact that this person just walked into my self-storage facility. I saw people in the audience, their faces were like, when we were acting out, like what would happen as if, but I have to tell you, we did not do a single one that one of us on that panel has not seen in person doing site visits. So.
Well, that's awesome. No, that's another unique way of just tackling what's going on and how to fix it. It's awesome. Just real quick, I normally have Jim on here as well. He help me monitor chat and things like that so I don't miss people. He's on a plane going to a wedding. So just to kind of help me in looking at things, you go up and put it in chat, but if you want to make sure you speak up click the react button. You can raise your hand. That way I won't miss you, because that's the last thing I want to do. It's not on purpose if I miss seeing you if you want to talk. Looking through chat here. Josh, you on? You're doing all sorts of stuff at the next week. Josh Huff, you on or are you just on chat?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't have my camera on because it's casual Friday. So
It's casual Friday for all of us. That doesn't matter.
oh, I know. Well, yeah, we're thankfully just doing the opening session, the marketing mastery thing, from 8 to noon on Tuesday morning. So if you want to hang out with us for 4 hours before lunch, we're covering a ton of different things at ISS. But then we don't have a booth. We're just kind of there as vendor speakers, and so we're looking forward to connecting with all the people. I think we got a bunch of dinners and lunches and just connections planned, and of course Melissa will be there with Sue and all the partnership that they're going, that they're working on with the third party management out in California. So yeah, it's going to be a good show.
It's not like the workshop styles where you actually have 4 hours to play with. The presentations are great, but you got like 45 minutes, and it goes by in a heartbeat, and you can't really get into much. It's just kind of just the surface level things. So when you actually have those workshops, you can actually dig in and give some value.
Yeah, it still goes by quick, even with the 4 hours. I think we ran out of time last time too. Just so much to cover. It's like, oh, we're going to touch every single thing that goes into running a facility successfully, and that just it covers a ton of stuff.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that would be awesome. And then who else we got? Tron, you're doing a session too?
Yeah, I'm doing one called AI Can't Close the Deal.
Yes, it can. And the debate starts. Go.
There you go. And now
I
the
knew you
fight
were a
starts.
powerful man from the moment you walked in the door. I have always loved you and enjoy you. And I
Oh,
think that you are so smart and wonderful. And
oh,
I just want everybody here to know it.
oh my gosh, Shannon. That's so sweet of you.
Gabriel, what do you have to say about Tron right now? I know you're out there clapping.
Tron is a great movie.
Oh, thank you, Gabriel.
No, seriously, Tron, I love the idea for that panel. I think AI is a wonderful, wonderful tool. Use it well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So is that kind of the angle is just keeping the human in the loop kind of thing or what?
Well, yes. If your human knows what they're doing, you want a human in the loop,
Sure.
right? Or if your AI isn't programmed very well, you need some humans in your loop. So that's kind of the drift of it.
That's good. I mean, the more AI conversations you can have, it's not just all bright and shiny and this is amazing. You got to play both sides. So no, I love
Right.
that.
I mean, AI is going to open a lot of doors for us, and some of those doors we're going to wish we'd have left shut. But that's how it goes.
You better wear the same shirt.
I think I might actually. Now that you mention that, thank
Do
you.
it.
Yes.
It's your style. Love it.
Well, I mean, my premise is, AI isn't necessarily there to augment your salespeople. It's not really there to replace your salespeople, but it is there to expose them. And if what you're exposing is really good sales behavior, you want more of that from your humans. If what you're exposing is mediocrity, well, that's not an AI problem, right? That's something else. So,
Got it. You got anything going on, Gabriel? I know you're trying to do a lot of panels and sessions and stuff. You do anything this upcoming?
No, this is my first big show since stepping back into Daryl's. So I decided not to overwhelm myself and actually attempt to enjoy Vegas. I'll get back in there for sure soon. But just to riff off of both what Shannon and Tron, thank you, is I mean, he nailed it. As much as I have been, again, pioneering within my own companies the use of AI in the marketing department, and slowly have bled into a multitude of departments, all of the departments actually. I think that's it. It's always going to take someone who cares, right? I mean that um to just riff off of the Thaddeus's video, right? Is really someone needs to pay attention as to all the changes that are going on. The salespeople, and I'm pointing at you vendors who are my friends. Tell us all the amazing things that AI is doing, and really fast and really quick, and get everybody very excited. But like Tron said, like there might be a door that you are excited to walk through because it's gold and it's shiny, but once you're through the door, you're like, oh my god, this is the totally wrong door. And you're vested, and you invested manpower and training and education, and you've already caused so much headache and heartache, and then you've realized that it's maybe not the solution you wanted. That is the hardest pill to swallow. So as I've always said recently, just have very methodical conversations with your entire team. Understand the impact. Like, I want this shiny tool because it'll make my reporting faster, but I wanted to also understand, how does it impact my supervisors? How does it impact my site staff? Doesn't impact them at all. Does the executives even care? Do they even want to see this? Like, have those types of conversations, because I've found right away what I want is not what they want, and they don't even know about it. So what I have, they don't even care. Like, and so I really need to be successful. It's truly bringing everybody along with you, bringing those whose job you're affecting and impacting, bring along those who are overseeing and are looking at bottom dollar, like make it make sense and value for them. So there's a lot of work and culture shift that needs to happen, and it takes one person to really be methodical, to understand the softwares, to care enough to go and have those conversations with a multitude of people within your own company. So it's a lot of work to make it work right.
Shannon.
Yeah, I mean, and I 100% agree with everything Gabriel just said. And I would add this, we all sit in meetings like this where we're talking about AI and we're getting excited about it and we want to use it and we're training our teams and doing all the things. But do you know who's not sitting in meetings like that? Are our tenants in this industry. So I want to make sure that everybody doesn't expect 100% full compliance from every single tenant out in the world because they're not as excited about AI as we would like for them to be. So just making sure you have somebody for the one who's just not there yet, I think is going to be so important.
That's perfect. Look at chat. Lindsay, you had a quick question about SiteLink. You're welcome to bring it up and talk about it. Otherwise, people don't quite see all the chats.
Well, we've got a new employee, and I'm trying to train her on SiteLink. And SiteLink doesn't really have a specific training manual. All I have is videos. So I've been trying to put together a training manual, and I didn't know if anyone else had experienced that or put anything together. It just seems frustrating that such a large company would not have something physical that you could walk through, step-by-step guide. So I didn't know if anybody else had done
I
that.
have an
So
idea.
Lindsay,
Oh, go ahead.
Lindsay, one thing that I did was I went through the modules and actually pulled and categorized the list of everything you need to do in order to get SiteLink certified. And I use that as a blueprint to go through the training. So every single question on SiteLink certification, went through that, made sure that, and kind of use that as my guide for how to train on SiteLink.
Yeah, what I ended up doing is actually asking AI to put together a training manual for me. And then I ended up taking snapshots and putting them in. But it was frustrating that this was something that I had gone through years ago when I first started with SiteLink, that it was like, here's the shell of the program, create your site, but there was no training for how to actually do the day-to-day things back then.
That's
So
because everybody has different business processes. And if they wrote how to do your day-to-day stuff for you, it's different than how I have my team do their day-to-day stuff. And in any software, there's a set of business rules. Hey, do you let your people give credits? Some people do, some people don't. Do you vacate and do you automatically write it off to bad debt, or do you wait 30 days and then write it off to bad debt? There's so many variables in there. And those are just two samples that they can't write that manual. So you have to take your business rules and overlay it into what is up there with SiteLink. And that's why it doesn't exist. Your rules are way different than what mine are.
maybe.
I promise you they are. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand that, but just even to have the basics, how to take a payment, how to do a move-in, those are basic things that, that everyone's going to do pretty much the same way. That's why I was thinking that they should have at least something to build on. But there's just nothing out there.
Lindsay, if you get a chance, just private message me on here with your email. When I was consulting, I created something. I just
Oh,
need to go through
fantastic.
all those files and then you can just adjust it how you need it. It's not something I use anymore. I think the last time I updated it was like probably a year ago, but I'm sure it's like a good foundation for what you're looking to do. So message me and then I'll be in contact with you. I'll see what I can find. It's somewhere in my email.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
And to add one more thing, Lindsay, for myself, like I'm new here to Daryl's and they're using Tenant and I've never used Tenant. So I'm kind of going through the same process of learning a new CRM and I'm doing the exact same thing you are. I've actually taken all the help documentation, everything resourced online and jammed it all into a bot. Into a folder, so I have a multitude of folders, even as far as reporting. So I'm even learning from a marketing standpoint, learning all the new reporting system by teaching my bot the different categories of reports available to them, the actual reports available within each category, and I've run small samples of each report. So my bot now understands everything, knows all the categories, all the reports available, and all the data within those reports. And I'm using that to really help me kind of not only navigate through the system, but also answer questions. Like if I needed to know, my boss comes and asks me something random, how much, what's delinquency percentage today, without necessarily knowing yet how to smoothly navigate. I can get a tenant to, my GBT to help me not only walk through the system, but also navigate me to the reports I need and everything. So I'm taking it to that next level of teaching it. It knows better than I do at this point.
And when are you going to give us a tutorial on how to do all that?
Anytime. You let me know and I'll be here to do that.
All right. Yeah, and you can do all this in 15 minutes, right?
I can give you the relative gist. Absolutely. In 15 minutes.
Okay. I'm serious. I want to do that. Even if it's not a step-by-step, this is how you do it, just to show, hey, this is what I built. Check out what it does. That would be great.
Absolutely. And just to let you know, Jim, here, I haven't been able to join because I typically have meetings. I have pushed those meetings, so I will be here on Fridays now.
We're priority now? Perfect. Love it. Okay. That's great. I'm trying to see who was talking so I can mute them.
Shylonda.
Who is it?
Shylonda.
Oh,
Sylonda.
It's not showing up for me for some reason. I'll find her. Anyway, I'm looking through chat, and I'm looking at you, Fraser. Someone's asking about, is anyone using...
Hello, sorry, I'm here. I'm in the grocery store. I'm sorry about that, but I'm listening. I'm so sorry I went off mute.
Somehow. Yeah, I'll find her. But people are asking in chat about, taking AI, actually taking your calls. And I saw your name pop up. So hey, you've been doing this stuff for a long time. So part of it is, I think people are just like nervous of actually flipping the switch and doing it. And anyway, just talk us through a little bit. As an operator, you've been messing with AI and calls for a long time. So if you don't mind.
Yeah, I've been using conversational AI it's almost been a year now to take 100% of my phone calls for my facilities. So that's been going really well. I initially started, and the first version was, really, really intro and a little bit rough. And then version 2 came out pretty soon after that. So there's always training, always improvements to do with any tech, right? And so right now it answers 100% of my phone calls. I have it going 24/7, and then it takes care of 70 to 80% of those. So only 20 to 30% are actually being escalated to human. I think that there will probably, I don't want to say always, but generally be a need for a human escalation piece, and just at least someone oversight, right? Seeing that, seeing in any tickets, there's just some random nuances, or tenants just want to talk to a human, right? I see that more with the older generation, but a far majority of my tenants have adopted it. They like it. They'll call in. They just, the AI gives them the option to, pay this way or pay with a pay link, and they get a pay link. It works out great. It can give information about renting units if you want it that way, or can forward on. So it's been really good. I utilize Patrick Labs. That's the service that I use. And then Patrick Labs also has task management. It also has an AI chat that can sit on your website that's conversational, not just static answering questions, but it's conversational. So that's newer. I'm getting that added on there. But the other nice thing with the AI too is when there is a ticket or something created, it'll put that as assign that task out to certain maintenance or vendors, whoever that task needs to go to, manager, whatever it may be. So it's getting built out into this all-in-one AI management operations, essentially, is what Patrick Labs has turned into at this point. So I've talked about Patrick Labs before, but yeah. So
that's been a fun trend, just watching that grow, Fraser, and doing tests and things like that. And all the times I've seen you speak on it, you definitely are an early adopter of that particular thing for sure. But Yeah, I agree with you. I think the phase two really came out strong and love the idea. That being said, I think I will speak for everybody in the room. I had a AI bot transaction this week that frustrated me beyond belief because it couldn't help me. And when I said I wanted to escalate it, its answer was, sure, why? Like,
Am I not enough for you?
I just,
why do you think?
Shannon, I had the same thing happen with me with AAA today, or yesterday,
Uh-huh.
actually. I called them and they picked up the whisper of my air conditioning as I have a flat tire. And I was like, I did not call a flat tire. So the technicians were calling me because I was locked out of the car, actually. So the technicians were calling me and they were like, "Hey, so you have a flat tire?" And I was like, "No,
No.
I don't have a flat tire. I'm locked out. I'm a capable woman and I can actually change a flat tire myself." So I wouldn't have called you for that one, but locked out of my car definitely called you for that one. And they were like, "Oh, okay. Why did you say that?" And I was like, "I didn't. My air conditioning
I
whispered
didn't.
into the AI." And they apparently, because my AC is a smart AC, so maybe they got like a connection crossed, or I don't know. I'm just kidding, but
That's really funny.
I've been
I
going
think
back
that,
and forth with an
okay.
AI email for my CRM for 3 weeks now. So I think I'm making some progress.
Yeah.
You feel
I
like you're winning now, Dylan.
I think like anything, it needs it takes a little bit of time for the AI to be trained and stuff. So the more it has on there, the more, it's got tens of thousands of phone calls now and hundreds of facilities that it's taking, calls for. I think something to keep in mind with AI as we're all going forward is just where the human element is. And I think that there is a shift, and I think there is a major shift coming and should be a major shift. And that's the ability of more of a concierge approach to self-storage and customer service. And so it's yes, the AI allows for less humans to be taking the phone calls, right? It can take care of the gate codes and it can take care of, payments. It can take care of, a lot of those set things and look at the account balances. So what that does is maybe there's less manpower and labor needed for human element. So the way I approach it is either myself or I'm bringing someone on to fill this role right now currently, and having them really be more of a concierge. And if you're not familiar with that term, that's like very much so, I think, more popular in like European countries and whatnot, where you actually have a concierge that helps you with your trip and your stay, and they're helping you with every piece along the way. I need to know where to eat. Oh, can you book me this? And so you have this person that's guiding and is there. And so I'm wanting that person, and I've seen that as I fulfill that role myself, that I actually know all the tenants that are calling in. There's set people that are calling in. I know who they are, I know what they want. And so I'm giving a very customized service to these people. Maybe it's a 30-second conversation, but I know exactly I know how to joke with them, I know how to talk with them. And so or it's a bigger issue, but I know exactly what it is. As soon as I know the tenant, I look it up, I almost always know what it is that they need, or I'm aware of them as a person and situation. And so we're really knowing who they are. So I think it gives us a lot bigger of an opportunity to create a higher level of customer service, and that, again, that concierge approach. So that's what I'm really excited for. We can become more of that, the companies that we love, Amazon or whatever, that just has amazing customer service, Walmart with 100% return guarantee, all those types of things. We can fulfill that at an even higher level, with AI being that support tool. So that's what I love about it.
And again, you've been the early adopter for. I mean, you're one of the earliest ones I can think of that have stepped into this and been using it. So you've seen the ups and downs and all that. You know where it's at. You know where it's going. So hearing that perspective helps a lot. So I think Shannon hit it too. Is like you're still talking to them. It's a relationship that you have.
Yes.
You can have that customer service. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tron, so you got your hand raised.
Yeah, so where AI works so well on sales and customer service calls is that AI does not have fear of rejection. AI does not have performance anxiety. AI is not worried about whether they're going to get a commission or not on this call. Those things are important to think about. Of course, there's other things on the reverse, but those are the things that make AI so good at taking many or most of the calls.
Yeah, I would add that for customer service calls, Tron AI is not offended if somebody is angry at them or doesn't like what their answer is or anything else that's not personal, it's business, right?
And if you don't mind, Shannon, tell me a little bit about more. I know you guys rolled out the AI agent as well. Where does that come in the workflow for what XPS is doing?
Sure. So that it's agentic also, like Fraser was talking about. And what it's, I mean, it's meant to replace the old-fashioned press one for this, press two for that kind of menu options, and just hear the person and what they need and get them in the right place and do the right thing. Our system, obviously, we've been taking, I won't call it AI, but before AI was cool, automated phone payments for 20 years, right? So that's always been a measure of that. It'll still use that. Of course, it gives us access, like Fraser was saying, to, hey, if you just need a gate code, let me text that to you. Let's save us all some time. You don't need a live person for that. And what I find is that it really helps open up. I love the term concierge. Fraser, I think that Adam Wagner. He uses that for his in-house call center team as well. And I think it's very reasonable to say that. One thing that we look at is, how many clients can XPS as a call center support? And that number just goes up and up and up with the team that we have because they're not handling, I lost my gate code. Or I need to pay my bill, or I just need my balance. Do you guys know how many phone calls we take where people, all they want to know is what their balance is? Like, for real, it's a lot. It's a lot of calls. So those kinds of things, being able to automate that sort of thing. We also find, because we do some research on the back end for this, and people will rate you higher on customer service because they got exactly what they needed right when they needed it. So whether that is through a mobile app or through your AI or whatever, that the truth is your business just gave them exactly what they needed. And if they're asked right that second, are you pleased or displeased? They're going to go thumbs up, got exactly what I needed. I'm excited and happy. So I think you absolutely do have to have a relationship, Fraser. You know me. That's kind of my buzzword there. But being able to take care of a whole lot of people in a very short period of time is super helpful.
That's
I think
great.
the cool thing with the relationship too is that it allows all those people that just really want the task handled and they don't really care or even need that because everyone's different to have that one-on-one personal connection with a human representative, right? But I get other people that are specifically calling and asking the AI to talk to Fraser, and they go, "You always help me out." Da 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 da. And so that's what it's there for, right? We're able to fulfill that role and have more of I don't know, a brain capacity and an emotional capacity to really help and give that to the people that need it. Because we have, all of a sudden have a little more time to be able to do that and can remember and know. It's a lot harder to remember thousands of people, but when you're just dealing with a couple hundred that need it, it's great.
And I think at this point, we can still kind of think of this as like a third, a third, and a third. Fully a third of the people should be utilizing your website. Make sure your website is awesome so that they can, right? And they are happy to do so. Another third, they're going to call and they'll be totally fine with AI. They just want what they want, right? But then you still have that final third who picked up the phone to call, not to talk with a machine, but to get a live person and have that relationship, and that's important to them. I personally believe that third is going to shrink. Those first two sections, I think, are going to continue getting bigger. I know it has for me. I can't be alone on here, you guys. I leave here and I don't want to talk to anybody. Like, my husband wants me to call right now and transfer money to Ameriprise from wherever it is, JP Morgan or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I have to call customer service. And it's like the worst thing ever. I'm absolutely having a hissy fit in my living room about this every day when he's like, did you call him yet? And I'm like, ew, I was at work. I was talking to people all day. And I think if they had a button that said move to Ameriprise, I would have been done 2 weeks ago. Right. I think there's a lot of people who are like that and probably more coming.
Speaking of a button, I'm going to press a button here in a second. We haven't done this in a long time. We would do like introductions. I just wanted to say like, hey, who's here, who's on? And it would take the whole hour and we still wouldn't get to everybody. Humor me. I want to try this out and see how it feels and how it flows today. So we'll do it for like 10 minutes. I'm going to click the breakout room. So I don't know how many people will be in there. It might be 10, and maybe most don't have their cameras on. We'll see how it goes. So if you're on here, turn your camera on. I'm going to click a breakout room. It'll put you in, I don't know, maybe like 10 or so people. I just want to have a chance. Say hi, what you do, who you are in the industry, what you get out of this. It'll be very quick, and then I'll bring you back. Is that cool? So, humor me, we're going to give this a shot. Anyway, hope you guys got some value out of that. It's the last few months. I love that we're getting bigger, which is great, but it's a double-edged sword. You have a hard time being able just to have some conversations, get some word in edgewise sometimes, or you just don't feel like raising your hand. So I think we're going to start doing this for 10 minutes each session. Don't know where, throughout what time, but 10 minutes each session just to give everyone an opportunity, be able to meet more people one-on-one. I was kind of bouncing around the different rooms and hey, people were talking and I actually heard things I'd never heard anyone talk before. So cool. Does that sound good? Does that sound like a good idea? Okay.
Love the breakout rooms.
Okay. We will do that more. I'll keep messing around with different formats. That's the whole point. I mean, the storage meetup, we're always changing things and trying different things out. So if you guys like that format, cool. I'll stick with it.
Yeah, throw an icebreaker in there for the next one.
I like that.
I figure there's always one person that's going to initiate and start to lead it off, but maybe.
But the icebreakers are fun because you have to think about it for a second. And it's like thrown off. It's not like I don't know. I like those ones when it's more like random and you just throw it at us.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I will do for next time. See, that's how we go. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up here, but time for our selfie. I think everyone's back. Gotta do the selfie for the YouTube thumbnail. So count of 3, cameras on, smile pretty. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That'll work. Sweet. All right. Well, thank you guys, everyone, for joining us for another meetup. Hopefully you got some value out of that hour. I got more things planned here. Probably want to announce it next week. I think next week might be a little light with ISS going on and people traveling. We're still doing it. So if you want to show up, cool. Show up. We'll see who shows up next week.
Jim, are you going to be at ISS?
Long story, but no. I had
Okay.
a conflict come up, so which sucks. I was supposed to speak too, but I got
Oh,
a
no.
fill in for me, so we're all good.
We'll miss you.
This is my ISS. Come on, I do this every week. I meet more people doing this than ISS anytime. So no, I appreciate you guys joining us here each and every week. We'll do it again next week. So have a great weekend.
Thank you, Jim.
Care, guys.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Happy Easter.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, y'all. Keep it all up.
It is Easter. I forgot. Okay.
Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Take care.